Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSi DFS Fantasy Baseball Picks. I'm your host, Mike Grover 31. Hope all the fathers out there had a good Father's Day. 7-game slate today, maybe a 6-game slate. We've got one game that's got some weather issues. Slate's kind of a mess, just to be honest, just looking through it. I mean, there's pitchers I like, but nobody like I really love. There's hitters that I like, but nobody I really love. Good thing is DK's got a $3 mini max today for a 20 entry max there. So great opportunity if you want to not mass multi-entry, but build a bunch of different lines to try to see if you can get the right combinations to hit it big. Um, so let's just get into this slate here. First game up, we have Chicago at Pittsburgh. Wind's blowing in here. It's going to be 83 degrees. Maybe a little bit of rain, like 20%. I think we'll be perfectly fine. I don't think a really issue here. Smiley against Beto. Smiley, he's struggled this season, so not really super interested in. Could be a fade for me. Beto is a young pitcher. First time out, went 4 innings, did okay. At his price tag, I think he's definitely in play here for low and maybe an SP2, even in cash, if you're trying to get some bats in. Hitter-wise, see, Cubs, Bellinger came back over the weekend, but they lost Wisdom. Wisdom strikes out a lot, so I don't know if that's actually a loss. It really has been hitting for as much power. So I think the Cubs stack is probably in a GPP here. And Pittsburgh against Smiley, especially like the righties that they're going to throw out him, McCutchen, Reynolds, Joe, Santana, Hayes. I mean, it's going to probably Henry Davis, their catcher, is going to be 2K here probably, or he might be a DH. So they're going to have plenty of right-handed batters against Smiley. So I definitely like them as cheap fill-in stack. Colorado Rockies and Cincinnati Reds are definitely the game that I worry about here. It's like an 80% chance of rain all day in Cincinnati. You have Gomber and Brandon Williamson. Gomber definitely not interested in, even though he looked better against the Red Sox and this Great American Small Park. Don't like it at all. Even though the wind's blowing at 11 miles per hour, I still don't want to play him. And Brandon Williamson on the other side too. I think in the GPP, if you're looking for a cheap pivot off of Beto, because the Rockies have been pretty bad. They lost another bat when Tovar going on paternity leave. Don't know if he'll be back in the lineup. So again, it's just they brought up like Montas, who I thought would be decent, but he really hasn't been hitting the ball great recently. McMahon had 2 home runs yesterday, but it's a lefty on lefty matchup, so I don't really love that. So Colorado Rockies, I think, GPPs, if you're a 20 entering max, I think, Gritch definitely has some power against a lefty, and Diaz, if this game plays. Love the Cincinnati Reds on the other side. They would be my favorite stack in cash if it wasn't for the weather, but I think I'm going to make them my primary GPP stack here. The only problem in FanDuel is seems like everybody plays the same position, like either like shortstop or third base. There's it's hard to get like a stack, and you got to use your utility, and it's even, you can't play like Newman, McLean, De La Cruz, and I think Steer all overlap in position wise. So you can only play like 3 of the 4 there. So that's kind of a bummer there. In DK, it's a lot easier because the positions work out better. Boston Red Sox and Minnesota Twins. Boston just came off of it seemed like a 4-game sweep, but they lost a header right now game, so it was only doubleheader yesterday. Yes, the Yankees. Paxton's looked really good recently. So has Pablo Lopez. I really like both pitchers in here. I think there's some upside. Just worry a little bit about Lopez here. It's in Minnesota, so it's a better pitcher park than Fenway, and the wind's going to be blowing at 10 miles per hour. It is going to be like 87 degrees, though, so the ball should still fly a little bit. I think it's going to set up that Paxton's probably my favorite pitcher. He's up in the high range, but I'm going to put him as the top of the medium range just so he sticks out here. And he's like 93 or something. Pablo Lopez, I think he'd probably be my third favorite pitcher, but all the high end guys it's just a jumbled mess. And once we get to the rest of the slate, like two of them are facing each other, and we'll just get into each one has kind of their flaw. So I think Paxton stands out, especially on DK. His head and shoulders is probably going to be who my SP1 is, just against a Minnesota team. Give me an all right-handed lineup against them. They still have some injuries. They're still pretty right-handed heavy, but there are some strikeouts there. Pablo Lopez, like they'll probably throw all the lefties at him. So Boston definitely makes my favorite GPP stack other than Cincinnati if it wasn't for the weather. So I will be definitely playing a Boston stack, and Minnesota would just be a leverage stack against Paxton. Arizona Diamondbacks and Milwaukee Brewers. You have Kelly and Burns here, two really good pitchers. I like Kelly better than Burns. Like this Arizona team, it just has so much potential just to do a lot of damage against you. They mix and match lefties, righties against you. Burns is starting to round into form and look better and kind of look like the ace he has been, but I still, out of all the higher priced pitchers, he's going to be my fourth favorite here. And Kelly, I think I have listed as my favorite just because we've seen this Milwaukee team struggle more against lefties and righties, but seeing them struggle. Their total's below 4, so I mean it's definitely going to be a decent pitching matchup, I think, on both sides here. For the offenses, Arizona, I'll definitely have a stack. I play them every single day as a GPP. Still trying to figure out the perfect team to pair them with, but I just love playing Arizona every single slate. And Milwaukee, it would just be a leverage stack against Kelly. Rangers and White Sox, Heaney and bullpen game. It looks like Schulten's going to start. I'm not touching the White Sox situation. Heaney's interesting just at his price point on this slate. I think we'll be playing some of him here against White Sox who can struggle. But definitely like the White Sox as a top stack potentially against him also. So it could go either way. So I'm probably going to play Heaney for the strikeout upside against the White Sox potentially. And I'm probably going to play White Sox stack to hedge against him. Texas favorite stack on slate against this bullpen mess. They've just been so hot. It's in Chicago. It's 11 miles per hour. The wind's blowing out. So maybe that makes me want to downgrade Heaney a little bit more and upgrade both teams bat-wise. It's only 70 degrees, so it's not like it's 90, but still, the wind in Chicago always helps. So, the Rangers are going to do what I can to make them happen as a stack. And then the White Sox on the other side, I really like them, especially this Rommelade. I was probably going to use him a lot punting third base. He's 2Ks leading off. Definitely somebody, with the wind and everything, and get some hits here, and definitely just one hit, pays off his price tag. And then all the other righties definitely in play, especially love Berger also. I think he plays the same position, third base. We may have to choose there on DK, but definitely like the White Sox. Mets and Astros, Max Scherzer, Hunter Brown. Scherzer got destroyed by the Yankees last time out. Like, and the Yankees didn't even throw out like their best lineup. It was like a watered down lineup, and it just didn't work out for Scherzer. It wasn't bad luck. It was just a bad game. But after we saw him starting to maybe round back into form, Astros are not the same Astros. You're only worried about Hunter Tucker here. Really, it's an all right-handed lineup. He does really good against righties. So definitely like Scherzer, and maybe you would consider him an SP1 as his price point on both sites. Hunter Brown on the other side is one of the most expensive pitchers. The Mets are getting a little bit better. Alonso might be back, but it's a righty-righty matchup here. So, but I still like Hunter Brown. He can give up some power, so he probably might give up 2 or 3 home runs, but he could probably also potentially have 8 or 9 strikeouts. So, you'll just have to factor that into your decision. Low total on both sides here. So the Mets a GPP, and Houston I think would be a top leverage stack just because I think Scherzer will get some ownership just knowing how well he does against righties, what his price tag is. I think people will overlook his last bad start and hope that they get the Scherzer that they saw the couple starts before that. Final game, San Diego Padres and San Francisco Giants. Wind blown out here, also 24 miles per hour. I mean, usually that doesn't factor in San Francisco, but that is quite significant. But I still like Walker here. He's been solid recently. The Giants actually put together a great series against the Dodgers. I have some theories on that I won't go into. And it's weird. It's like the Dodgers trying to cheat. Like in the first game there, like the lights are going out when they're trying to throw the ball into the outfield. It was just some goofy things happened in that series, but they just, the first game was close. The second game, they absolutely put up a football score and shut them out, and they put up a crooked number against the final game of the series too. So I don't know if like San Francisco is putting things together or what's going on here, but I think it definitely can consider one of the top stacks. But I think, Waka definitely is in play also. So either one, it's the same situation as Texas and the White Sox. Pick your side, hedge, play one in these 3 entry maxes, play one Waka, one line, play one San Francisco line. The Padres are definitely the second favorite stack here against a bullpen game for the Giants. And then, like I said, the Giants is bad would be right behind them. So let's look at the builds. And again, there's so many different ways to go. It's so hard to make these demonstration builds for you today. But here's what I put together. I'm going to take Paxton and DK. Give me Texas, and I'm going to mix in. I'm probably going to punt third base, like I said, with the White Sox guy, and I'm going to fill in with Pittsburgh Pirates, just because I really like them against Smiley. For FanDuel, give me Scherzer. Just pricing wise, I just really couldn't get up to any of the other guys and get Texas and a full Pittsburgh stack in. And I think I still even took a one-off there, a cheap guy, just to try to make it happen. But again, in cash, if you want to go San Diego, if you want to go San Francisco, if you want to go Chicago White Sox, I don't blame you on any of those. If you want to go Kelly, Brown, Lopez, Burns, Paxton is your SP1, like I don't blame any of those. On DK, my SP2 is probably going to be Beto in cash, just to open up the Texas bats to me. For GPP, give me Scherzer, and he's the one that fit best. I could get up to some of the other ones. It all depends on the lineup if somebody keys missing, but I'm going to go Chicago White Sox and Cincinnati Reds. If the Reds are rained out, then I'm going Boston or Arizona as the primary stack there in the place of the Reds, and then still filling in with White Sox. So they're very cheap and a great hitting situation. For FanDuel, Lopez is where I ended up for my pitcher. Could get up to him there in GPP playing a red stack, and I went pretty much with a Colorado stack, figuring if the game washes out, then I can just cross off that line, and then I'd probably go like Boston, Arizona, or maybe Boston, some San Francisco, something like that. But Boston or Arizona would replace Cincinnati there. So I got for you. As always, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Hit me up at MegaRower31 on Twitter. If you want more information on FSi DFS, it's in the description of the video. You can go into there and sign up for our package on our website. And if these videos help you, as always, please like, subscribe to our channel. We're getting so close to our next little milestone, I believe, of is it 2,400 or 2,500? We're getting up there, so it's really great. I think it's 2,500. Oh, sorry. What am I talking about? 4,300. So we're 7 away. So, we need 7 people to help us get to 4,300. And then we're on our quest to get to 5,000. And, the ownership of FSi are going to put together some cool things as we hit these milestones for our people that are subscribing and our viewers. So appreciate you viewing. The nice thing about subscribing is if we do special videos, or you can see the other things on our channel other than like baseball that you might not know about. So subscribe to our channel and it will pop up and let you know when we've got videos out. So appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. If you can just like, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, that helps us back with the help that we're giving you on this slate. So hope you have a good Monday. It's some people are off celebrating the Juneteenth holiday, so if you have the day off, hopefully it gives you more time to build some more lineups. Like I said, take advantage of the $3.20 mini max there. It's a great value on DK. Should be a fun slate there. Be pretty competitive with some nice payouts. So I'm MegaRower31. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your slates. I'll see you next time.